Welcome to Romancing the Dungeon, a softcore D&D adventure about four heroes on the greatest quest of all, to find true love. Previously on Romancing the Dungeon. Fae Dream Productions presents A Wet Summer's Night Dream. Oh good, I only missed the first act. That's the boring stuff anyway. The next part's where it gets real steamy. Shh. Oh, shush yourself, horse-faced troll. Oh, sorry ma'am. That's just your face. Nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats for Act 2, wherein a princess sleeps. We join our heroes, Thane, Fia, Nathaniel, and Hephaestus on their quest to find the fair maiden, Princess Eugenia. The skeletons and their skeletog vanquished. Skeletog, classic. Shh! Can our heroes track the fair maiden deep in the heart of the haunted forest? Shall King Roden be reunited with his daughter Princess Shalana? Will hope fade be crushed betwixt the jaws of the maw demon? That half-orc playing Thane is a hunk and a half. Oh, that's it, lady. We're taking this shit outside. The four of you are standing at the other side of this bridge, having crossed over the babbling brook. Hephaestinate, that's what we're calling him. Hephaestinate is holding the silver blue flowered tiara in his hands. Thanafia, which is what we're calling Fia Thane, or Thane Fia,
I'm still so confused.
has identified the scenes of some sort of scuffle or fight in which the princess lost her tiara, and there are tracks leading deeper and deeper into the woods. They seem to have gone off the trail and are now gone dead into the trees, as if they've kind of tried to hide the tracks or hopefully find some cover.
Okay, trackers, let's do this. Thane, me, where did they go?
They went that way, and I point in to where I see the tracks leading off.
The path kind of continues up north for a little bit, and then it kind of wedges harsh left and disappears down into the thick of the forest. Give me a survival check, just because you've figured out that there was some sort of kerfuffle here, but let's see if you can...
17.
Of course you can, because you're bloody Thanafia. Yeah, not only have you spotted the tracks, you don't recognize them, but it's weird. It's like Thane does, and you're drawing on things, memories that aren't even your own, and you recognize the tracks as those belonging to twig blights.
It looks like twig blights.
What is a twig blight?
It's a really delicious snack. Have you never had one before?
No.
I don't know. I've never seen or heard of them before, but for some reason it just popped into my head.
Is that the direction she went, though?
I think so.
Are twig blights good?
Probably not the best if they've taken a princess.
Maybe she went with them.
This here, I point at the scuffle, does not look like she went voluntarily.
God, you're right. God, you're so smart as me.
I put my hands on my hips and I go, well then, and I whip the crown out of Nate's hands, and I'm like, my love, my Eugenia, my wife, we must save her, and I just stomp forward down the path.
Oh my God, Nate, it's like you're here with us.
My fists start to flame up, and my farty, fiery tail starts to spin as well.
Nate, it's gonna be okay. It's just a dream. It's not real.
Oh, okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
In the distance, I'm still just like, Eugenia, my love, I'm coming for you.
So you've just, Thanafia kind of pointing in a direction, and you just barrel down it, clutching the tiara, waving it over your head, saying you're going to find your true love, your wife.
Yeah, that's it.
And you are Hephaestinate, just getting really, really Hephaestinated about it.
It actually is in the perfect role.
It's actually really bad how well we are each other.
That's the problem, is that we are the same person, and given half the chance, we'll act like the other person.
Nate Hephaestus, you're rummaging through the thick of the trees, and like branches are kind of catching onto you and breaking and snapping. And just in the distance, you can make out a kind of a gathering of what looks to be like looks to be like trees that are slightly moving almost. Give me a perception check.
17.
It turns out, yeah, you see perfectly well.
I know exactly what's going on.
And it's these tree-like people. You can clearly see that they're kind of squabbling or they're fighting over something. There are two skeletons also kind of just, they seem to be fighting over something. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20 as well.
Oh, damn it.
Legitimately. How does that work?
I don't know.
I have a +2 to stealth.
Okay, so the twig blights definitely don't see you because they're squabbling over this, and you drop, or you kind of, it's like, and you kind of hide behind a tree. And in that way you kind of turn sideways to try and hide your profile a little bit.
It's easy because I'm tall and lanky.
Yep.
The three of you see Natafesta just, kind of hiding that and just kind of like bringing kind of like a finger to his lips and just going, shh.
Yeah, just immediately like drop down and get all sneaky
Okay,
like a rogue.
so you've stopped them in time from them being seen as well. We're just gonna
You're welcome.
So you can see 4 twig blights. Basically, they look like anthropomorphic trees. The 4 blights seem to be arguing with the skeletons over something. You can't make out what it is because the blights kind of have their backs to you.
Yeah.
So they're kind of hiding it.
I turn to the others and I whisper, I think we should rush them.
Wait, no, hang on.
I blast him.
Do you yell that before you do it?
That's all I can do! I stand at the back blasting things.
Okay, I produce flame them. So I think I have to do an attack roll for that.
Okay, so you're effectively, the 4 of you have surprise here. So whatever you're doing, it needs to be a group thing.
Group attack.
We all just do it. Yeah, we have a round. Well, Fia, since Fia Thane
Do nothing.
is just going to run in for a beeline and try and like yoink Dennis the Menace, the thing, whatever they're fighting, out of their hands.
Even though this is a surprise, you would have advantage, but because you don't know what they're fighting over, it's going to be
Just a straight roll.
It's going to be a straight roll.
Yeah. I just want to run in and just be like yoink.
And you'll have to avoid any kind of collateral damage.
I'm
I'm a
gonna
rogue.
try and hand crossbow any of kind of the outliers of the group.
Effectively, it's like kids in a schoolyard arguing over marbles. Like that, it's that like they're all kind of hunched over something and they're just kind of arguing about it.
Well, I'm just gonna try and hit one of them down with my hand crossbow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you, like surprise stab.
You can rush and stab, yeah.
How many of them are there total?
So there's 4 of these
Actually, I'm gonna rush and stab instead.
twig blights, and
Yeah.
there's 2 skeletons that you can see. You're charging.
No, I want to cast Bane on.
You're casting Bane.
Yeah, so 3 of the twig blights have to roll a charisma saving throw.
You're not great at that. Your produce flame. You have to chuck it.
Yep.
Roll me that attack.
I'm rushing with my rapier.
Rushing with the rapier, and you're rushing in to try and steal.
Just yank it.
Okay. Will you give me a sleight of hand check, just a straight sleight of hand, and it'll be the last thing that happens because you formulated this plan in that.
Yeah.
It's going to be Bane, blast him,
Stab him. Steal
snap
him.
him.
18.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to hit.
14.
Oh my god, I nat wand him.
Yeah.
Did you roll the 3 together, like as one?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, to hit the tree blight, one of the tree blights.
One of the tree blights, yes.
And
I rolled an 18 to swipe.
it all kind of happens in like kind of succession in that Natafesta just you actually kind of like you kind of clear your throat a bit. It's like 3 of the twig blights, we'll say 2, 3, and 4 are just like the bark kind of brittles a little bit. We're gonna say you hit number 1, the first twig blight.
And I do 1 damage.
Okay, so poof, you conjure some flame and it's blue black. You just flick it out and they're mossy and they're kind of wet. So
Dry them
it's like,
off.
yeah, they're kind of toasty.
Your next one might stick.
At the same time, then Thanafia charges out, rapier in hand, and lunges and stabs the same one straight through the back.
I do 10 damage.
I don't think it survives that.
He dried it off for you. It's okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he warmed it up.
I made it a little bit more brittle. Okay, yeah, so it's a case of the same one that Hephaestinate just caught a little fire on. You jam it straight into the back and you break through the bark. It kind of turns and it's just kind of and it's gone. The other 3 twig blights kind of look at you in kind of blind panic and it's like, oh, hi. And then they just bolt. The skeletons just kind of look up and they just see you snag the bag and run and you
Yoink.
just bolt. So we're going to roll for initiative. So it's you versus some skeletons again, and we all know how this worked out.
20.
6.
Natural 20.
20.
Nice.
So it's going to be Festinate, Fia Thane first,
Shut up.
and then Thanafia.
Look at my long Fia legs.
I'm really regretting this whole body swap bullshit.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be skeletons. And then Nitafesta.
Does anyone else feel betrayed when, like, their body swap rolls good for their character.
I really do.
Yeah, okay,
I really do.
I feel proud because I'm like, yeah, I don't need to be in there. He's just a good character.
So, Hephaestonate, you see Fiathane grab this brown leather satchel and then run back to you're running straight back into the clearing. The skeletons are kind of running after her.
Oh, and I do something now.
That's how the game works.
I will do an Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
As I am wont to do.
Oh.
No, it's it was a 9, so 13.
You can roll me for damage.
Well, I will roll you. I will roll you for damage.
Save that for later.
2.
You throw out this black and blue fireball. As it rushes forward, you miss just a little bit, hits the ground, and the force just strikes at the skeleton, sending kind of clumps of dirt and fire up into its face. It kind of stops for a moment, taking a bashing of this debris.
You need to learn how to aim that thing.
Fiathane.
I am going to run into the tree line as far as I can go, and as soon as I get enough distance between myself and these skeletons, I'd like to look in this bag.
Okay, give me a straight dex saving throw, or I don't even athletics if you want.
Looking at Fia's athletics, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, that's 23.
It's like second nature to you. Like it's something else kind of taking over. It's not fight or flight instinct. It's more
me.
it is that like gotta go.
Running away.
Grab and go.
And you are
Oh my god, it is you.
Yeah.
you just bucket straight into you run past the other three. In the bag there is very little. You see like what looks like kind of a little ink pot. Tightly capped. It looks like some broken kind of charcoal. And so what I can tell you is the bag looks very expensive. Theophane.
I'm going after these.
Theophane. I said Theophane.
Theophane.
Theophane. I am broken. As a human being, I am broken.
So I'm going after these skeletons as well, and I want to slash across the back of one of them with my rapier.
So they ran past you to go after the bag. So
Yeah.
you're going to... Okay. An attack roll, please.
20, and I hit them for 8 damage.
You just see Theophane run right past you, just kind of like giving you the kind of, I got it, and gone. And then immediately 2 skeletons rush right past you. You turn on your heel, sword in hand, and you give chase. And you just see a blast of blue and black fire strike the ground. One of the skeletons kind of stopping as it hits in front of them. And you bring your sword straight up and you jab him straight into the back. You actually hear the blade breaking and kind of cutting through some of the bones on its back.
Nice. Team effort there.
Well, in saying that, he turns to swing at you with a short sword in hand. 17.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Take 3 damage as he immediately... It's actually just a case of he spins his spine, his neck, his head, and his arms all turn while his legs continue facing the same way. And he brings the blade kind of around and it strikes and slashes into you.
Okay.
The other guy... What's he going to do? I'm going to see first if I can still see you because you ran pretty quickly.
Yeah, I did.
But then you stopped, so we're just going to give him... Yeah, he definitely does. It's an 18.
Oh, I guess he does.
So he's going to just try and shoot you from here.
Bring it.
12.
Nope.
Okay. He raises his short bow, pulls back, lets loose an arrow. It just whizzes past Hephaestonate, Nate Hephaesta, and strikes a tree just next to you. With a solid thunk. You just see an arrow just sticking into the trunk of this tree. Nate Hephaesta.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the one next to Thanefia. Which way are we saying this?
Thanefia.
Yeah, that one. And I'm just going to say, you're just a big bag of bones.
Oh, typical Nate joke, yeah. On the nose.
If you had one.
Hilarious.
I have to roll
It's a cantrip. Sorry, make a wisdom saving throw.
18. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a bag of bones. what even is your deal, really? You cast this out and it doesn't land.
Can I take my movement and move in next to Fia? Thane Fia.
Me.
Yes.
You're running up to the skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay, so you charge to the brush and you're now running at these 2 skeletons as well. Yep, Hephaestonate.
Oh, yes, it's me again.
And dear listeners, if you are getting very, very confused by all this, imagine how we feel.
And we are looking at each other.
Yes, we're all looking at each other.
I will run up with my sickle and slash the nearest one to me, which is the one that just attacked.
Thanefia.
Thanefia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanefia.
Whatever. 5, no.
Well, that'll teach you, won't it? Yeah, you run from the tree line as well, sickle drawn, and you swipe. You feel it connect, but it doesn't even register as its blade is still kind of sticking into Thanefia. Theothane.
I'm just looking at this bag and I'm like, This wasn't worth killing all these people for.
Do you want to give me an investigation check just to see, because you did a kind of, you ran, stopped and looked into the bag and then identified that the bag was expensive looking.
I'm going to do some proper rogue stuff. Sneak behind a tree out of sight.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Cool. 23.
Yeah, you've disappeared into the...
Sorry,
darker-
25.
You've disappeared even more.
I'm out of the game.
Yeah, you actually... Oh my god, there she goes. I almost didn't see her.
Bye forever.
I miss my stealth.
You've just disappeared into the trees. You are one with nature.
Nice.
You are a full-on predator mode. You're covered in dirt. Predator cannot see you.
And I investigate the bag properly. Natural 1.
Yeah, it's a fancy bag, and with your dagger, you cut into it, kind of going, there has to be some sort of secret compartment in it. You've just gutted the bag. There's nothing else in the bag. There actually seems to be a hole in it where you cut it.
So it went from Prada to nada.
Thainafia.
I'm going to slash at this skeleton that's turned half its body back around at me. I'm going to try and aim for their head. Yeah, that doesn't work.
No, kind of wincing from the knife wound on your chest, you kind of stumble back and you swing your sword upwards. You miss entirely. It is his turn.
Oh, great.
18
Yeah,
and 8 damage.
I am down.
Oh, is that Thane down?
That's
No,
Thane
that's
down.
Fia. No, that's Fia.
Finally.
No, sorry, that's Fia Thane down.
Finally.
8 damage. Oh my god.
One shot done, everybody. Congratulations.
Thane is down.
That's the goal, and we did it.
I
and we're
am.
done.
Congratulations, the dream's over, you win.
Can I just say how proud I am of my performances, Thane?
Yeah. That you were not only able to bring your own characters to 0 HP, but other people's characters to 0 HP.
Yeah, as you bring your blade up to kind of strike at it, it presses the blade in further and slices cleanly across, and just it catches deep, and blood just kind of gushes forward, and Thainafia falls to their knees and is now kind of lying semi-conscious on the ground in front of you. It is the other guy who has the crossbow. He is actually going to try and swing for Festinate, as you've just come running in as well.
Right.
With a 16
Yes.
Very
and
much so.
6.
Ooh. Right.
Yeah, you come charging in, aiming for the one that was just attacking Thainafia. As you do, this one just kind of lunges forward and just catches you right into your left thigh, and the blade just digs in deep, and you're kind of stopped. Blood just seems to continue to pour. Festinate, it's your turn.
Wait, no. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay if you guys want me to play.
I'll just sit here, it's fine.
Sorry, it's Native Festa's turn. Sorry,
Thank
It's
you.
confusing.
it's very confusing.
Yeah. I'm just going to scream, not my body, and then stab the one that stabbed me.
Okay.
Him.
Aw.
Us.
Aw. Yeah,
We are
give me
one.
an attack roll.
Yeah. 12.
No.
We're all dead.
You jab your blade at it. You kind of catch it in between the ribs and out the other side, and you pull back, and it just doesn't flinch. Now it's a Festinate.
I do a big uppercut, but casting Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Ayugan.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
So that is an unnatural 20.
Okay, roll for damage, please.
Swear to God, more than 2.
Please, more than 2.
God's sake, 2.
So yeah, you just
You just don't have the anger behind it. Like,
as he catches you
Yeah.
into the leg, and you kind of fall and kind of come to kind of a slight stop on this, and you kind of wince from the pain. You immediately just swing out with your left arm. As it does, you just open your fist, and a blast of eldritch magic just erupts from between your fingers and palm and catches it into the head, and its head just kind of spins around. Theathane.
I see my incredible physical form getting dropped on the ground by some cheap-ass skeleton. And I dive out of the woods from my stealthy spot, rapier in hand, mad as hell, and I attack this stupid skeleton for knocking me unconscious.
Okay, what I would tell you is, because you're unseen, you could attack here with your bow.
No, I'm mad.
Okay,
I'm well mad.
I was going to give you advantage on
That's fine. I got a 15.
Yeah, roll for damage. You're attacking the one that just
That just knocked my body out.
sliced you open.
Yeah. That's a quick maths, 7 damage.
You just see Fia come well, it's actually quite a manly roar out of her. She comes roaring out of the tree line, just out of nowhere, like literally out of the shadows, blade in hand, and just swinging it overhead, and drives it straight into the back of the skeleton's head, and it just goes poof. It's very much dead.
Yeah, as it drops, I immediately just try to stabilize Thane Fia? I try to save my.
Tanafia.
I try to save my physical
Okay,
form.
we're going to come to that on your turn.
So I just roll a death save.
Yep.
10?
Yep.
That's a success.
That's a success.
This is not a nat one like the first time.
The only surviving skeleton is now looking, oh god, I'm dead. Again. Skeleton joke. That's how they work. He is going to swing out with his blade again. No, an 8.
Nope.
He's not going to. He swings and like it's kind of like his head is still spinning around and he's just kind of, it's like there's a lot of you. And it's a blur and he switches and he misses entirely. Native Festa.
I just want to bash him in the head with my rapier.
And you can roll your damage as well just at the same time.
16.
Yep.
Ooh, 10.
Okay.
Bad bitch.
Yeah, it's okay. Literally, that anger that Festa holds onto, it's now kind of being channeled through Nate's body. You just drive it straight down into his foot bones. Like, it's just literally, you break the bones on his left foot. If this thing had an expression and was a human and you could see it on skin, the muscles in his neck would all be super tense and his face would be grimacing upwards in the air, like, because you literally just nailed his foot to the floor with your rapier. You pull it straight out of the dirt and your rapier's a bit dirty, but this thing is, it's barely holding itself together. Festinate.
I blast him again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Eldritch Blast, don't use it.
Okay, so that
Ooh,
is
better.
So unnatural 20, and then 7 damage.
You see yourself screaming in Vesta's voice, just like, God fucking, just like in total rage mode. Just like, you should have been a barbarian.
It's true.
And it just drives the rapier into his foot. And as you go to draw the rapier out, you just slam both hands into his chest cavity, and eldritch blasts erupt from both palms, and you just implode this guy from the as his entire chest cavity is filled with eldritch fire, and he just into flame and fire. There are no skeletons lying around you, but
Except for Thane.
who's lying there looking a bit dodgy.
I'm still like super hyped from that last little bit. And I just want to be like, yeah, and like punch myself in the arm and then realize that I was like celebrating with Nate and just be like, and cross my arms and walk away.
Okay.
I try to stabilize my dying body.
Okay, give me a medicine check, which Fia is fabled for
Oh, God.
all those years in med school.
Yep. That's a 6, so
Oh,
that's
I know.
sweet fuck all.
Yeah, there's just a lot of blood and you can't get it to stop.
Now, why did I have so much blood in me as a person?
God damn my humanity!
This dream is crap. I don't even have...
Dream blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're the only healer.
So can I
Death save, yeah. Just-
Just 11?
Yeah, that's another success. Wait, why are you doing 2?
Am I
It
doing
goes
that?
around, my lady.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can I just like dream up a minor health potion?
Woo.
You can give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'll do that then.
Woo.
So that's
Who needs sound effects? We've got you.
with my
Sorry.
mod, that is 17.
Here on the forest floor, you just see Thainfia just dying, blood rushing from a wound on his chest, and like their eyes are barely open, and you can just see them. They're holding on, and you concentrate for the longest time. You're just health potion, health potion, health potion, health potion, health potion, and just into your hand. Everything around all of you just kind of blurs, and it's kind of like, you know, when like the frame rate drops and everything gets a little bit like confused and confuddled in like when you're playing an online game. That kind of thing happens, and that like part of the forest kind of bleeds into another part of it, and then there's also a little bit of the castle, but in your hand it's quite a curious little bottle. It looks a little bit luminescent. It's a health potion, but it looks a little bit different. It's kind of glittery almost.
Okay, I take the health potion and I drink it. I'm joking. I pour it down Thanafia's gullet.
I'll roll 2d4 just to see +2. So let's see how much you get back. That's a 4. That's 6. 9 health back.
Wow,
Whoa.
that's fantastic. Thank you.
Thainfia says.
And I'm left with 2 HP.
I just take a huge gulp of air like,
Oh, thank
what
God.
the hell just happened?
You
Almost died.
yeah.
Are the skeletons gone?
Yeah, they're all...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're all super dead.
What did they have, actually?
Oh, charcoal and an ink pot. So, great call attacking these guys.
Can we have a look?
Yeah, no, I show them the ink pot and the charcoal and like kind of the crappy, slightly tattered bag. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's what they were fighting over.
Can I have a look at it and see if there's anything more to it than just...
Okay, so give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Ew.
What does that mean? What does you?
21.
Okay, that's
That's what a
Are you
new
happy?
means.
Are you disgusted? What is going on?
I don't know.
That is true. I'm referencing
The Simpsons, yeah.
Yeah.
Best Simpsons reference of the
That was a
day.
Simpsons reference. We weren't making fun of those effect strokes.
I got 14.
To do what?
Investigate.
Sorry, I lost. You lost me. Sorry. So you're investigating
The bag. Or what are you? You're at the bag.
I'm looking at the bits.
Nature Festa has. Oh, you're looking at the bits.
And I'm looking at the bag.
Everyone's just looking at the bits.
So both of you at the same kind of discern a little bit more the materials you're holding, the bag and the. I'll get to the ink pot in a second, but the supplies to you, they're clearly artist supplies. That there's something. Yeah, it's strange. It's quite odd. Thanafia, you recognize you recognize the bag as being quite expensive. There's like expensive bags, and then there's designer stuff, and then there's the designer made this specifically for me. This is goddamn custom.
Yeah,
stuff.
like I get to go into the back room where no one else is allowed to look at like stuff that's not even
Sorry,
released.
Sorry.
What kind of bag shop are you
I
going
come up
into?
to steal myself.
How did you pay for this bag?
I come up to steal myself.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, she is really opening up now.
Or is it a thing?
It's all about testosterone.
You'll never know.
Just love bags.
So you notice monogrammed inside it, you see our initials, CR, and then a heart, EF.
Guys, look at this. And I show them the initials and the heart that's in it. That's Eugenia. But
Kreflov. What does Kreflov mean?
no, EF is Eugenia Flatston. But I don't know what the CR is.
Does it just mean like crown? Because she's a princess?
I am assuming they're both, the initials are in a heart. So I'm assuming it's, I don't know, maybe a lover or something she had before.
Maybe she loves being a princess.
Maybe someone gifted her.
Hephaestus and Fia, as in the Hephaestus and the Fia.
Can the real Hephaestus and Fia please stand up?
We all stand up. I'm Hephaestus. Give me wisdom saving throws.
Go.
14.
5.
You remember some time ago when both of you were, well, actually, it kind of makes sense that you don't remember because you were unconscious bleeding out on a bed.
Yes.
You remember when they're like, they say CR and the heart, and if this is a bag from Eugenia Flatstone or for Eugenia Flatstone, you remember that Norris, when he rattled off his evil little scheme, one of the men, the second man he mentioned, was an artist named Colin.
I do remember that.
Okay.
And these are art supplies.
I dramatically grabbed the bag from Thane Via's hands.
Jason for life, that shit.
This is an old lover. My wife. No!
What do you mean, old lover? Do you know who it is?
Before she loved me, she loved another, and he was an artist.
Wait, are you actually Nate now? I'm so confused.
No, fuck this bitch.
Oh, okay. Oh, phew. Oh.
No, Norris told me. She was with some Colin dude. He was an artist, but apparently in this stream she prefers him to Nate, so that's cool.
I'm going to rip another fiery fart.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
17.
You hold your fiery tail up.
Now a second.
You are Tails.
Yeah.
Can he hover now?
Yeah, so you just see Hephaestus kind of cock a leg like a dog and let a fart rip. And then it's on fire. And there is a second fire tail coming out her butt.
I mean, if we're in a... Do you think they'll be useful later? I mean, you know how these dreamy, like, ritually thingies kind of go. There's a demon at the end. Do you think we're going to have to bind him in some kind of circle that we draw with charcoal?
I don't know, but I think it's worth bringing it along just in case.
I mean,
Call in the demon.
Oh.
I don't know, but we need to keep going. Find this princess, so we can all get back to our normal bodies.
Yeah, our normal bodies that we don't misuse.
I I swear to God, if those are permanent.
Swear to God, if that wart is permanent.
You hear a rustling coming from the other side of the clearing, kind of, again, coming from the northerly direction. Emerging from the brush, kind of walking like really stiff, almost kind of mechanically, or as if it's kind of fighting against itself, is a tree blight kind of emerging again, like returning to the scene of the fight you just had a few moments ago. But it looks a little off, it looks a little different, and its face is kind of contorted, and it's walking towards you, Festinate. You recognize it's kind of crude looking because the face it's still made of bark and tree material. It's the face of that. It's the face of the guy that the page carrying the sausage rolls, and it's the face of that woodsman you saw a little while ago back when you first entered the woods. And it's trying to say something, and in his hand you can see he's holding what looks like a paintbrush. I am Colin. Save her. He just, again, you see the hand just kind of snapping and twisting. The bark and the wood is sort of creaking as it does, and it twists kind of abnormally northwesterly. And you can see there just kind of a narrow path snaking through these bending black willow trees.
I ask him, who did this to you?
I don't have time. And the face just kind of twists back, and it is the tree blight, and it's just horrified to see the four of you. It's like and it goes to run.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Get
right.
out of here. We don't want to fight.
Okay. It just bolts.
Well, that was incredibly disturbing. I guess we should get going.
Yeah, I think we need to find her and get out of Dodge.
You as the rest of you kind of gather yourselves and you kind of march forward, you see that the tree blight has dropped the paintbrush.
Yoink.
Do you want to give me a check?
I just want to take it.
Oh, okay, you've
You don't want to have a look at it?
yoinked it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, as I take it off, I'm just like, ooh, a paintbrush. Like, do I see anything about it? Or is it just like a paintbrush?
Give me a history check.
A history check.
Yeah,
It's very old.
That's a 10. Just a flat 10.
it's just a paintbrush.
I hand it over to Native Fest. I'm like, here, you can put this in with the bag of other art stuff.
Yeah, you it's not, this pathway isn't wide enough for the four of you to kind of walk abreast, so you're all kind of single filing it through with Fiathane kind of leading the pack almost.
Sure.
And you have to kind of crouch at some points, and you can, every now and again, you kind of see and hear like a kind of through the trees, and it's like something kind of, it's almost like the trees are alive, or just when you think that something is reaching out for you, it's just a branch. You're never quite sure what's real, what's one of these blight creatures, or what's a dream, or what's even just the paranoia that's kind of creeping up around you. But as this kind of pathway kind of snakes and serpentines its way through this weave of willow trees, in the distance you can make out a much larger willow tree with sort of a glow, kind of like 1,000 bugs just kind of flitting in and out of the little lights. And they're sitting on a stump with their back to you. You see this figure in a pale periwinkle blue dress, a little bit dirty, a little bit torn, strands of hair just kind of tousled downwards, and kind of a semi-deflated beehive just kind of little kind of flop-sided to one. They're just kind of humming away to themselves, just and just oblivious.
I elbow myself. Festa. Nate.
Yo.
And the figure turns and you see Princess Eugenia, and then for a moment it just kind of flickers back and forth, and it's Princess Shalana, but sitting there with a sketch pad on her lap and just a tiny piece of charcoal is Princess Eugenia, just sketching.
We found your art supplies.
Oh, very good. I lost those on my way in here.
Fia runs over and sits down beside her. What you drawing?
Never you mind. And she pulls it up to her chest and just kind of holds it.
You can tell me. It's a secret between us girls.
I don't know you.
This is the first step.
I'm sorry. Did my father send you after me?
Yes, he did.
Well, you can tell him I'm not coming home. I'm 16 years old. I'm a woman.
But all your stuff is there.
I don't care. I want to stay here and I want to draw. I'm not going home.
Okay. I'm going to look at Nate Festa. You've got to use my beautiful body to seduce her to get her back home. You have to do it. You know what to do.
I walk over to her.
She eyes like her eyes are fixed on Fiathane for a moment, and as you kind of approach, she's holding the sketchbook to her chest, and as you approach, she turns the other way, kind of looking over her shoulder. But like I said it, I'm not going home. I refuse.
I kneel next to her. Princess Eugenia, you are a staple to this society and a stunning woman, and this kingdom will crumble without you there to care for it.
Kind of with tears in her eyes, looks up at you, and just like two little kind of streams just kind of roll down her cheeks. I never asked to be a princess.
I very lightly touch her hand. And I look her dead in the eye and cast Charm Person.
Go on, Nate.
Get in, Nate.
Yeah, roll for it.
No, you have to roll for it. You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I nat wand.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And I go,
I love these dice. These dice are so pretty. Like, they're absolutely gorgeous dice, but I'm never going to roll you again. You're going into jail now.
Dice jail, 1,000 years.
Permanent.
Princess, come back with us and we'll talk to your father. We'll take care of you. We'll make sure you don't get wrapped up into anything you're uncomfortable with.
Whatever you say, Nathaniel. And she just flutters her eyes at you, and she just kind of sits up. And as she does, from within inside the willow tree, you just see these huge eyes just blink open in the darkness, like in the crack of the trunk here, and then all the bugs just go dark, and you just hear they just fly away. These claws just grab onto it, like where it's ripped it open, and it just pulls itself out, clambering and fighting and gnashing its way from the stump of this willow tree. Emerges the maw demon. It's gnarling and spitting and hissing, and it just lunges towards you.
Oh God.
Kind of spinning, it snaps Princess Eugenia out of her charm. Like she's holding on to you. And she just shrieks. She grabs the sketchbook and she kind of starts to kind of tug on your arm to try and pull you away. She wants to get away from this thing as much as you guys do.
I just draw both my weapons and I spin around and I'm like, nope, fuck off.
Bad maw demon.
Yeah. Go.
Little water bubbles.
Yeah, get out of here.
Leave that willow tree alone.
Yeah. Skip.
Are we rolling
We're
initiative?
going to have to roll for initiative, guys. You.
Well, now that somebody's pulled out their weapons. Ooh, nat 20.
I feel like combat was where we were
I'm really
going.
feeling the Nate. Like, this is my wife. I have to protect her, and I give a shit or something like that.
Feeling my
something
Nate
like
fantasy.
Yeah.
My Nate.
So, Native Festa, 28.
I got 21.
Then at 20 beats you, so.
Yeah.
But then it's. Then Afia.
12.
I got 9.
Then the Maw Demon. The rest can wait. Okay.
Oh.
Native Festa.
I push Eugenia behind me and I say, go, hide in the trees.
But Nate! She steps back and she just kind of holds your hand and then it just lets go.
I'll protect you. Then I run in and stab it.
Okay, give me an attack roll and roll your damage as well.
That is a 20, a natural,
That'll hit.
8 damage.
So you just have at you, and you lunge at it. Your blade just pierces its flesh, and it lets out kind of an uproarious kind of howl that kind of booms around you. As you pull back the blade, you just see its jaws kind of, there's blood and there's spit and there's just gunk eking out of it. Xenophia.
I am going to scream at, leave the princess alone! And I slash at it with my rapier. So that is an unnatural 20, and I hit it for 9 damage.
Right.
Zap, 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 zap.
So yeah, it's the same. You catch it. So as Natafesta just lunges with his rapier, you jam yours into its other side, and it's the same. It's just kind of scratching at where you got it, and there's just blood and bile eking out of it as it just continues to just wait and die. So it is. I looked at that and I just forgot. That was the wrong thing. Yeah, it's a festinate.
As this is happening, I just use my free action to call out to a festinate. I'm like, just set it on fire. Just burn it. Trust me.
I use produce flame then.
Thank you.
So that is 15.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's 5.
Just remind me, in D&D you round down, not up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You just, it's like you feel fire just erupt around you. Your skin, like there's kind of, it's like that, you know, when you pour a little bit of gas, you pour a little bit of gasoline on yourself. No, you
You just wake up in the morning.
just yourself with a little gasoline.
Rub some sandpaper on your
You
face.
see them like, you know, with like a little bit of lighter fluid, and it burns that off. Or your skin just erupts in flame and you just channel it forward. It engulfs the maw, it roars, and then the flames just die off straight away.
Does it look like it hurt it?
It looked like it hurt it a little bit.
Fiathane, what did you do?
I did nothing yet. It's not even my turn.
It is Fiathane's go now.
So there's no fire on this creature.
Nope.
To hell with it. I'm going to run up around behind it and use my sneak attack because you don't need advantage on the roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. So
Thank you, the Player's Handbook.
Yep.
Give me.
rules are
So
important.
you're just going to run around it.
Yeah, I'm just going to use
Try
my
and attack
movement.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
to do some backstabbing. See how that goes. And obviously, I'll use my bonus action with my 2-weapon fighting to get 2 attacks in. That's a 13 and a 10.
Okay, so neither of those hits.
I cry. I
Oh,
weep.
I tell a lie. Sorry, your first one does, but your second one misses. You're attacking with rapier and dagger.
Rapier and a dagger.
So it's actually the dagger you catch it with. You swing in with the rapier and you just kind of, you see it's thrashing out in pain, and to avoid being hit, you kind of duck and dive around it. And with the willow tree at your back, literally you kind of pop the dagger from the belt strapped to your thigh and you just plunge it straight into its back. Roll for damage.
A dagger is a d4, yeah?
Yeah.
So d4 plus my sneak attack damage is a whopping 6 damage. Oh, I tell a lie. I think it's 9 damage because I get +3 for my dex.
As this thing kind of is now flopping around the place, just full of holes, just literally just
Nice.
knife wounds everywhere and a little bit of burn. From the tree line emerge 2 skeletons, their short swords raised. Eugenia shrieks and points over her shoulder, and they are going to
Thanks, very helpful.
join the foray, and they're going to go right after the maw. Because you just stabbed it in the back, yeah, it's just going to...
Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. Peace. All right, you can have her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna lash back. Kind of, it already having kind of tried to strike you when you came around. It's gonna kind of spin around and try and take a bite out of you with its giant teeth. 12.
No, 14 is my armor class.
Okay, it just sinks its teeth into the trunk of the tree like an idiot, and it just. And its mouth is full of bark. The skeletons are going to charge in at Festinate and Natafest. No, you charge.
I stabbed. Yeah, we're all there.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 of us except for Natafesta
Oh,
are
yeah,
all
I guess.
engaged.
He's
Fascinate, yeah.
Yeah, so one is going to be line for you, the other one is going to go for you because you're on the right hand side as well. So my skeletons do. The 17 is going to hit you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Take 5 damage. It jabs. It kind of falls half forward, kind of over its own feet, kind of caught in the branches and roots of the giant willow tree. As it does, Eugenia kind of sidesteps out of the way, like it lunges, and the point of its blade just kind of catches you and like sticks you in your arm. The other one, oh boy, yep, that's definitely going to hit because I rolled a 17 plus 4, 21.
Who's it hitting?
Take 8 damage.
I am down.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, it drives its blade straight into your back as you or into your side. It just charges forward and just stabs. You are down. It's top of the turn with Natafesta.
I yell, God damn it, not again! I'm going to attempt vicious mockery on them all.
Okay.
You roll a wisdom saving throw.
9.
Perfect. And I say, you're not even a real monster. You're just a dream monster. And he takes 1 whole damage.
Oh, all right.
A single tear.
And can I use my movement to run over to my body?
Yes. Yeah, you run to Hephaestonate. Thanafia.
Alright, I'm gonna do 2-weapon fight and I'm gonna slash at this maw with my rapier and then I'm going to turn around and stick one of the skeletons with my crossbow if I can, or
Oh, with your crossbow, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
with your sword?
so the maw first, that's 18
Yeah.
with 6 damage.
Yeah. Oh, great. It's fucking dead.
And
Yay, the game's over.
then the skeleton. That is an unnatural 20 with 4 damage.
You just see Thane take a step back and brace his boots into the ground and then up in one motion leap and bring the blade straight down between the jaws of the maw, slicing into its tongue. There's just kind of a as it chokes on the blade, and then in the same motion just swing back with one hand and fire, and it strikes. You hit the one that was attacking Hephaestonate?
Yes.
Yeah, it strikes it into the back of the head, chipping a chunk off its skull, and its head just kind of rolls around a little bit. It is Thanafia.
And the Maw Demon is
The
dead.
Maw's dead, yeah.
The Maw Demon's...
Yeah, it's fine, we're over it. Yeah, the Maw's demon, no, yeah, that thing is dead.
It's dead.
Oh,
In
okay.
case you weren't sure.
I just kind of kick its corpse for a second and go, oh, wow, it's definitely dead. Okay. And I run over to Native Vesta and just want to keep him safe from that skeleton that's probably going to try and kill them.
Native Festa's fine.
Hephaestonate.
Okay.
I mean, I'm over there too.
Yeah, I want to be hugged.
You know, the unconscious one.
So you're attacking the same skeleton? but
Yeah,
just, okay.
I'm just gonna hit it for those 2 hits. Sure, look. One of those is a 17. One of those is a 9.
So again, the 17 will hit, the 9 won't.
Yeah, figures. That is 7 damage.
Okay.
Knifey.
You slice down through the bone and you remove the hand that it wasn't wielding the short sword with, but it's just gone. Like you just cleave right through it with your blade. It's just, its head kind of spins back and its jaw lowers, kind of like, it's very surprised. It's going to be Hephaestonate, yeah?
19.
Yep, that's you alive. Barely.
So far.
Skeletons.
Gelly boy.
So the one you just chopped the hand off of is now going to try and stick you.
Oh, of course.
14.
Just hits.
Okay. 5 damage.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, the pain.
It goes to try and chop your hand off and it just kind of slices into you. It's like, oh, this is what you do. This is how these work. They come off at the seams. Yeah, it just slices straight into you, kind of cutting into your armor and catching your hand. The other one, so Native Vesta, it's still going after you. And on a 3, it's not going to hit. So it just, it's this is the clumsy one. This one died by accident in its previous life. As it kind of lumbers towards you, Eugenia just kind of reaches into kind of a small pouch on her side that she had some extra kind of art supplies, and she just lobs a bottle and it hits it in the back of its head, and the bottle doesn't break, but it hits down with a thud. Oh! Give that to the other one. Just the skeleton's head just spins around. She's like, oh! She shrieks and she kind of runs around. She's kind of running around the battlefield a little bit. It is top of the order, so Native Vesta.
So there's still one over the 2 of us, yeah?
There's one kind of between you and Eugenia that's now looking at Eugenia as she hit it in the back of the head with a bottle, and there's one still fighting Theothane.
So I'm gonna swing my rapier at the one after Eugenia.
Okay, that was the one that was coming for you.
Nope, that's a 3.
So nope, you lunge forward, and it's more, you get distracted as you see what she hit it in the back of the head with. She lobbed a potion bottle at it.
Can I use my movement to get over to that?
Yeah, you can kind of get closer to it, but it's going to have a chance to react as you move to get the potion bottle.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, so it's between you and it. Theophane.
I'm going to hit my crossbow at the one that's turned towards Eugenia.
Okay.
The one that she tried to hit. No, that's a 6. That doesn't hit.
You fire and the crossbow bolt just thuds into the ground as this thing is just stumbling all over the place. It's a bit of a wacky skeleton. And it's just...
So wacky.
It can't get its footing and you just miss narrowly. Hephaestonate. Wrong word. It's
That's
Theothane.
me. Sure, you know what? We'll give the old double attack a go again and see if we can put this skeleton in the ground. Okay, one of those is 21. So that'll hit.
That'll hit. Yep.
And we'll dagger him for a solid 5 damage.
You shank him into under the jaw. His eyes kind of and then it's gone. It just poofs into nothingness.
Yeah, I look around and try to get a lay of the land. It's just that other skeleton
It's just that other
left.
skeleton kind of, it's now kind of, you're all kind of circling it around, like, it's kind of half a circle around
I
it.
feel like we're bullying it.
Yeah, a smidge, and Hephaestonate is lying on the ground, motionless.
Well, between a potion bottle and a dying compatriot,
Potion bottle.
I'll try save that one.
Everyone else is gone? It's
that's
Hephaestonate now to roll for a death save.
Ooh, high rolls. 16.
Yep, you're good. And the skeleton is going to go for you again. It swings its blade upwards, and its wrist just spins right around, and it almost hits himself in the head.
Oh, what a dumbass.
What a real bonehead.
Eugenia is just like holding herself and just kind of like, just get the last one. Native Festa.
Yeah, I go after him. Just go to stab. No, that's a 10.
You charge after it, like you try to kind of barrel into it with your blade, and as you do, the way it swings its hand around, it's just sheer luck, and it manages to ricochet or just kind of catch your blade, and it just bounces off. Thainfia.
Okay, I'm going to crossbow this skeleton again, hopefully. 18, and it hits for 5.
This time the blade kind of catches it in the side of the head, and it pierces the skull, and it's just now got an arrow sticking out of its skeleton head. But it's still kind of lumbering kind of around.
This is a strong little boy.
He's clearly drinking his milk. Strong bones.
Damn
on,
bones,
baby
damn
lich.
bones, Mead.
Shut up. Theathin.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him. I just want to put this guy out of his misery. Okay, one of those is a 10, and one of those is a 20.
So the 20 will hit, so you just roll for the damage.
Okay, that's 8.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hit him good.
Yeah, you see Thainfia just load the crossbow, a bolt just unleashes rapidly, striking it in the head. As it kind of turns to face you, you catch it kind of slightly unawares. You just drive it right up to the hilt. You stab straight through, and it just... The maw is dead, the skeletons are dead, and it's just the four of you and Eugenia, who's just kind of looking kind of blissfully at her heroic rescuers.
One of which is unconscious.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, roll your last death save. See if you...
Or
see if
one
you...
of you could
Get the
give her-
potion.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
want to run over there right away.
Well, he's got 2 successful ones. I think he could do it.
I think I would have forgotten about the potion, so I'm just going to run straight over to him and try to stabilize.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
9.
Nope. So you have to give me a death save.
Okay, then. 9.
That's a fail.
So close.
Can I run then, grab the potion bottle and run over to him? Her,
Okay,
him.
so
I'm keeping an eye on Eugenia because I don't know where she's going to slip off to.
She should still be charmed, technically.
you had kind of had her convinced anyway. You just added the charm person for the shits and giggles of it, I think. Typical mate move.
Don't call me out.
Not here on this podcast. Native Festa, you run over and you grab your body, and you're trying to stabilize or see
My
where the wound is, slap around a little bit. And at the same time, then Thainfia, you rush over to where you saw Eugenia hit the skeleton with the potion bottle, snatch it, and run back. You pour it into Festinate's mouth. 3 + 2 is 5, + 1 is 6. 6 health. You recover 6 health. You're rejuvenated.
Eugenia,
We saved you. You're welcome.
are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm a princess never shows weakness. That's what my mother always said. I thank you, Nathaniel, for your heroic deeds. And she kind of bows and kind of curtsies a little bit towards you.
We are also here.
And your minions, of course. Thank you, all of you as well.
I am but a lonely minion.
What is that abomination? And she kind of points.
My name's Hephaestus.
Excuse
Give me a
them,
wisdom saving
please.
throw.
Oh, man. You lose that. 6 health you just had. Of wisdom. 16.
Okay, fine. The mark on your back just fizzes. Everyone give me a perception check.
Ooh, 6.
22.
18.
10.
Okay, so Hephaestonate and Theathane, she's pointing towards the very, very dead maw, and they're in the crevice of this now very, very dead willow tree. You can just about make out, like it's like a shadow or a shape that you kind of, your eyes kind of can just make out in the darkness.
Everyone stay back. I'll use my expert rogue skills to sleight of hand this out of the tree crevasse.
You kind of walk around the maw and kind of giving it kind of a nudge with your foot again, just out of kind of like, just going to make sure it's definitely 100% dead.
And then I give it another one for fun.
Okay.
That's a very Fia move.
It is very, very much dead. As you reach into the cracked trunk of this willow tree, you feel something. It's like a cold metallic handle, and it rattles as you kind of you tug and pull on it. You struggle with it, and as you kind of stare into the darkness, you just see this ethereal kind of light or fog just kind of forming, emerging up from the roots of the tree, hovering ghostly in front of you. You see it's the man that it's the face you recognize straight away. It's Colin, but he's not dressed like a page, he's not dressed like a woodcutter, and he's certainly not a twig blight. He's dressed in sort of like, you know, really nice clothes. There's a little bit of paint on him, and he's got a satchel over his side, and you recognize it as the one that you rescued from the twig blights. And he looks at you straight in the eye, and he kind of just hovers kind of past you as you pull free a chest.
If anyone can hear now, Declan's got up from his seat to grab this chest that he has,
An actual chest.
and he's bringing it over to us.
I will give you this when I feel like it. This is mine. Kind of hovering around you, like in the middle of this, you just see that Eugenia's face is kind of slightly frozen. As you kind of look to where the ghost of Colin is kind of hovering in that passageway, that narrow trail that you had kind of fought your way through. You see frozen as well, kind of stopped halfway, are King Sops or King Roden, some guards. Everybody seems to be fixed in place, except a handmaiden and a guard who are kind of trundling up through the pathway, walking towards you. My name is Colin Rochelle. I was a painter. I died a long time ago. I'm trapped, and I desperately need your help to rest my bones. Oh God. It was terrible. I don't trust the tavern keeper. She's not what she seems. She is something. My spirit can't rest. My heart is wretched, and his face kind of pains. I need you to find my body. Bury me. I beg you. My spirit can't rest until my bones know a safe place.
Where are your bones or your body?
In the night hag's den. Morag. She lured me with false hope, and she tormented me with twisted dreams. I barely clung on. It was only a symbol of hope, a symbol of light that kept me sane in those darkest final moments. I thank you for seeing it this far. I beg you kind souls to see this to its end. That girl, and he points at Princess Eugenia, and then he looks at you, Nate, Hephaestus Nate. Find her, protect her, save her heart. And he just vanishes. And you're all standing there, and Eugenia's just kind of shaking her head, and she's like, Father! And she's running towards the trail with the guards and King Roden, and they're all celebrating and cheering. Pandora and Lavender, the handmaiden and the guard, approach. Pandora's kind of got a big smile on her face. You guys did it! You defeated the demon!
Then why are we still here?
It takes time for a dream to end. What's that? And she points at the chest.
I don't know, it's just a chest that we found in the tree.
Colin gave it to us.
He told us to find Eugenia and save her heart.
And to
bury
find
his
his bones.
And to be wary of Morag.
Well, we told you that. Did he tell you anything about how to stop her?
No.
No, not even a little.
Maybe finding the bones will help.
In the night hag's den.
Would that be her room?
I don't know. Lavender just kind of steps up in front of Pandora, just kind of putting an arm. Who is this Colin? What are you talking about?
Okay, so you know how the people in the dream don't look like the people that they should look like because our memories are all weird?
Pandora, like she's like, this isn't my area. And Pandora just nods.
So your princess, which wasn't your princess, but was some other woman we know, used to be with him, but her brother
Had
him
Colin killed.
Apparently by...
Morag.
Yeah.
What exactly did he say about Morag?
She lured him in with all these twisted promises and then killed him by the sounds of it.
Oh, that's
he was
Morag.
Yeah. So
To a fault, she is a lying two-faced snake. What is that? And again, as you said, like, seeing you were holding it, that's not in the story. There is no treasure chest at the end.
You said there was a great treasure at the end.
Yes, it's true love.
okay. Well, we made some alterations. We kind of went through this path and we made a few changes. We think it worked out for the better.
The box starts glowing. There's like a light emanating from like...
Okay, guys, 2 seconds. I have to open this Pulp Fiction box and I pop it open.
You reach into your pocket, you pull out a pick, you pull out a little screwdriver, you pull out everything. It's the lock just won't open. It won't pop.
Nate, maybe you should try.
Yeah, I gotta open the box.
With
I hold it out.
Fiathane kind of holding the box, you see that there's just kind of a metallic lock, like a clasp that has a kind of a lock on it. As you go to like pull the clasp back or kind of lift it, the lid just opens very, very slowly. Do you want to pass it?
Yeah, here you go.
I was told I was gonna die with the tea leaves once.
Hey, there's plenty of...
If something jumps out,
It's a penis.
You get sucked into the box.
The box is empty, except for a weathered, tattered, torn-looking envelope.
that says Eugenia Flatstone on it.
I don't feel so good. And Lavender turns to Pandora. She's kind of holding her belly, and there's just blood. Everything goes black. You wake up with a start in the beds you had fallen asleep in. You wake up with a start, and a shriek just erupts throughout the Jasmine Gardens. Nate, as your eyes blink open and you gasp for air, in your hand you clutch a tattered, worn-looking envelope. And we'll leave the episode there.
No!
This was Romancing the Dungeon. You've been listening to Diarmid as Thane Greyline, Amber as Hephaestus Tenderson, Louise as Fia, and Sam as Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight. Special thanks to Martin Ryan for our theme tune Love Chords. This adventure was inspired by Into the Haunted Forest, a one-shot adventure created by One Page Mage. For more information, visit onepagemage.com. I'm Declan, I have been your Dungeon Master, and we have been playing this game for nearly 9 hours. If you like what you heard and the insane ramblings that followed because of this delirium of D&D, and want to know more about the show, who we are, what we're about, are we really romantics at heart? Check us out on social media at D8 Dungeon. You'll find lots of behind-the-scenes photographs, shenanigans, messing around, just stupid stuff. There are some great giveaways set up, and we're always reaching out to more and more of you daters, tabletop role-playing gamers, and just general nerds like us. We're back in 2 weeks' time. We'll see you then, and hopefully we know what's in that letter. Bye! Kind of developed kind of a humanoid.
Anthropomorphized.
Yeah. Is that... Can you use that for non-animals? Anthropomorphic?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're anthropomorphic.
I'll give you 9 points if you can.
I'm cutting all that. That joke will have no context. Then who'll be the fool? Sam, who'll be the fool then? Probably still me, because I can't say the word anthropomorphic. I can only say it when I'm being sassy as shit.
There's the lesson. Always be sassy.
Always be sassy.
There you go.